Good morning. Hope you're all having a lovely day. Can't believe it's now been 12 days I've been producing videos. So, um, but more importantly, that I've been working out consistently, right? Because that's kind of the whole point of this. Today I'm going to use the 4 kg kettlebell, and I'm going to do the overhead press like I was doing yesterday, but I'm really going to focus today on form over speed. So I'm going to try to keep them with a parallel grip and going to try to raise it so that it's basically going up and down, maintaining under tension for 10 reps. So starting with the shoulder, push up and down and 2 and down and 3 and down and 4 and down and 5 and down 6 and down. Ooh. Oh boy, wow. Okay, so interesting when starting. Doesn't feel so bad after about 5 or 6 reps. Then you can really start to feel the muscle fibers getting recruited, and by about 8 or 9, it's really becoming challenging to maintain the slow motion and keep pushing. So, really felt right at the end that shoulder part working hard. So, let's do the same on the left side. Maintaining parallels to the face. Let's see if I can do this with the lighter weight, because yesterday I had to twist the hand to get it up even. So let's start with 1. Whoa. It's 10 on each arm. Really had to concentrate with the left hand a bit more, so I wasn't able to count as loudly as I was doing with the right. Now, just to add a little bit more of a different motion. So that really was working on the shoulder. By the end of it, it was starting to feel it. With the left hand, I had to concentrate a bit more, but then I was also moving it a little bit faster than I was with the right, conscious of how difficult it was feeling right at the end. So maybe next time I'll start with the left and start slower with the left, and then I'll go a little faster with the right. Now, what I'm going to do is just a bent over row. So going to lean forward. So from sitting upright, just kind of lean forward, try to keep your back straight. And then the whole idea is to be lifting the weight up so that, let's see, there we go. So when you're lifting the weight up, you're moving in this direction. So as much as possible, moving at 90 degrees, letting the weight go straight down and then back up, but maintaining a 90-degree angle. Now, obviously with the way I've got the camera set up, like I can't really kind of adjust all of that just yet. I'm working on my camera skills. But for now, I'm just going to sort of do a bent over row like this. I'll just bring it up to the shoulder, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then both arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so each arm individually wasn't as challenging as it was when I first started doing these. So I may, next time I do bent over rows, use a slightly heavier kettlebell. But by the time I was doing the 10 with both hands, I could definitely feel it in the front of the shoulders. So it certainly uses an element of the shoulders. By using a lighter weight, I wasn't really recruiting as much of the muscles in the back as I would have done with a heavier weight, but I can feel there's definitely some activation of the back muscles there as well. And as much as I was aiming for the 90 degrees, I realized as I was doing it that I was basically just lowering the weight down towards gravity and then just working on lifting it up, but keeping my arm as much as I could out to the side to 90 degrees on both sides. So again, sort of where you place the hand and the arm, that then also affects a little which muscles are being used. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that for today. Again, I don't want to push it too much, but also I've been mixing up some of my recovery protocols. So I've started taking oxygen from an oxygen concentrator. So hopefully that'll improve my capacity. So I've woken up this morning not feeling as tired as I do usually, which is progress, right? Thumbs up. And yeah, like it'll be interesting to see kind of now that I've got a little bit more support on the oxygen side, if that makes it then easier to both lift more weight but also to recover faster, and also to kind of endure a little more. So today I kind of started to feel a bit sort of the limits of using a lightweight, and so the next time I do that I'll probably try to do 12 instead of 10, and maybe start with the left side first because I think that's a little bit weaker. But yeah, just doing some exercise daily. Like the biggest important when it comes to building a new routine into your life is consistency. So It's not when I get to video 30 or when I get to video 60 or when I get to video 90. It'll be when I get to video 364 that really it's like, okay, that's my benchmark for kind of achieving success. So right now, this is, I believe, video 12. So yesterday was my 11th day of doing some exercise continuously. And on the days where I don't have kettlebells, or if you don't have kettlebells yourself, you can just use bottles of water or juice or milk, or if you can get sort of milk cartons with handles on them, you could fill those up with water or something more dense like maybe flour or sand. The other options would be to just kind of get a bag of rice or a bag of flour or something that's kind of hand-sized and sort of use that as best you can. Otherwise, there's plenty of bodyweight stuff you can do as well. I'll slowly look at seeing how I might be able to incorporate some of that stuff in for those of you that don't have kettlebells and are following along. But given I have a very selective audience right now, and thank you for being one of those select few that are watching, I'm not going to worry too much about trying to be educational or sort of inspirational in that respect. I'm going to just kind of focus on tracking my progress and come up with a way of doing this that kind of brings it to life a little more, so that it's not so boring to watch. With that in mind, I think I'm going to finish up for today. And if you've got any ideas or suggestions on how I can improve these videos, I'm thinking I might sort of start working on some special effects, some layovers, something like that. I'm always open to ideas. That said, because this is primarily to log and record my daily exercise and activity, I may not overdo it because I do want to just make sure I get the workout in on the exercise or the movement in, otherwise I'll have to reset and then start again. And I don't want to spend too long of my day editing videos just of simple workouts. Like, I'd rather create something that's of more value. But this will be a great chronology for down the line when I've achieved a certain end result and I can look back and see on the progress. So I guess in that respect, this is more for people that are like me, kind of physically stuck. You're not really able to move, or you're really challenged with mobility issues, or you just want to start working out and you feel like you're really overweight and struggling. And it's not to say this is the first time I've ever done exercise or any kind of activity. There have been plenty of periods in my life where I've been able to consistently start building up my exercise and my routines. But I've never managed to achieve beyond probably like 6 months, 9 months maybe tops of some sort of activity on a regular basis. But I've never done something daily for 365 days specifically around activity. So this is a first, and may it continue long. Long may it continue. All right, have an awesome day, and remember, a little bit every day sets you up for success for life. Bye.